Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. You know, living in San Diego, we absolutely love our beautiful coastal marine layer. It's great for the weather, right? But it actually creates the absolute perfect storm for some really strange and honestly, sometimes alarming HVAC odors inside your home. So today, we're going to cut through the fluff and break down exactly what your AC or furnace is trying to tell you.
Here's our quick roadmap for today. We'll cover the San Diego smell test, red alert dangerous odors, coastal climate nuisances, other weird HVAC odors, 2026 San Diego repair costs, and finally, the golden rule of odors. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. The San Diego Smell Test.
Okay, so I want to introduce the core mental model for this whole explainer right off the bat. When it comes to your HVAC system, the specific smell coming from your vents is literally the single best diagnostic clue you have. And our local geography is exactly why this matters so much. Think about specific coastal neighborhoods: Encinitas, Carlsbad, Del Mar, Coronado. If you live out there, that coastal marine layer keeps your indoor humidity consistently high. This makes homes in these specific spots uniquely susceptible to moisture-related odors, especially compared to the drier inland desert areas of the county. Remember, your system pulls humidity out of the air, which means things stay damp inside those units for long stretches of time.
Section 2. Red Alert Dangerous Odors.
Now, I really need you to listen closely here because these are critical life safety emergencies. You should never, ever wait on these specific smells. Take the chemical mercaptan, for example. Did you know natural gas is actually completely odorless on its own? It's true. Utility companies intentionally add this sulfur-like chemical specifically so you can smell a gas leak before it's too late. So if you ever smell rotten eggs or sulfur coming out of your vents, that is an absolute emergency indicating a natural gas leak.
If you do catch that sulfur scent, here is the strict 4-step emergency protocol you have to follow. Step 1, do not flip any light switches, do not use a phone indoors, and definitely do not light a flame. A tiny, tiny spark can ignite the gas. Step 2, evacuate everyone out of the house immediately and leave the door open behind you. Step 3, once you're safely outside, call SDG&E at 1-800-411-7343 or just call 911. And step 4, wait for clearance from the utility company before you even think about going back inside. And hey, please remember, SDG&E will come out and do a safety check completely for free. Don't hesitate.
All right, here is another massive red alert. If you smell burning, hot metal, or electrical odors, you need to shut the system off at the thermostat immediately. This points directly to overheating parts. We're talking about a seizing blower motor, overheated wiring, or a failing capacitor. Any of these components can quickly go from just putting off a bad smell to producing actual smoke.
So what's the crucial point here? Well, it's about what happens if you ignore it. Running an overheating system just to muscle through a summer heat wave is exactly how a simple $300 capacitor replacement turns into a completely ruined $1,200 motor. Guessing wrong on an electrical smell? Yeah, that is the really expensive kind of wrong.
Moving on to Section 3, Coastal Climate, the Nuisances.
Okay, let's all take a collective breath. These next odors might be super annoying, but they aren't going to harm your home. Take biofilm, for example. It's basically a layer of bacteria and mold that builds up right on your evaporator coil, and it absolutely thrives in warm, wet conditions. This is the exact culprit behind that infamous dirty sock or gym locker smell. You'll notice this one particularly on heat pumps during San Diego spring and fall shoulder seasons, when the system sits idle or switches back and forth between heating and cooling.
Let's compare the two most common coastal odors side by side. On one hand, a musty or mildew smell usually means you have moisture or mold sitting in a backed-up condensate drain pan, or you just have a really dirty coil. On the other hand, that dirty sock smell points straight to coil biofilm. To put it simply, musty often means standing water, while dirty socks means you've got a bacterial layer living right on the coil itself. And spoiler alert, air fresheners won't fix either of these because the source is buried deep inside your air handler.
Section 4. Other weird HVAC odors.
First up on the weird list, burning dust. I really want to reassure you that a brief burning dust smell on the very first cold night of the year is usually totally harmless. It's literally just the summer dust that has settled on your furnace heat exchanger finally burning off. It should fade naturally within about 20 to 60 minutes, but if it lasts longer than an hour or if it smells like sharp melting plastic, turn it off immediately.
Now, what if you get a sweet chemical smell, almost like ether or nail polish remover? Well, that strongly suggests a refrigerant leak, which absolutely requires professional repair.
No way around it. On the flip side, if you get a gross sewage smell, it usually points to a dry condensate drain P-trap. Basically, it's letting sewer gas vent directly into your home's airflow. Or, yikes, possibly a pest that got into your ductwork.
Section 5, 2026 San Diego Repair Costs. Let's cut the fluff and demystify the actual financial costs you can expect right here in San Diego, keeping in mind that local labor runs about $145 to $185 an hour for 2026. Honestly, you might want to snap a quick screenshot of this so you know exactly what to expect when a technician hands you the bill. A basic drain line clearing? That's between $95 and $250. A deep coil clean with an antimicrobial treatment runs $250 to $600. A motor replacement sits at $450 to $1,200. And a refrigerant leak repair has a pretty massive range, going from $600 all the way up to $3,800, depending entirely on the type of refrigerant your system uses.
Section 6. The Golden Rule of Odors.
I want to leave you with a final rule of thumb for handling any future HVAC smells. Here is the golden rule. The smell is the diagnosis. I really want to reinforce this mental model for you. Musty means you need maintenance. Burning means you need to shut it off immediately. And sulfur means you need to evacuate right away. The single most useful thing you can do when you notice a strange odor is to accurately name it.
And of course, the absolute best repair is prevention. Consistently changing your filter every 1 to 3 months and getting an annual seasonal tune-up keeps that coil clean and dry. Think about it. A clogged filter traps moisture and organic dust right against the coil, which is basically an all-you-can-eat buffet for mold. Keeping that filter fresh prevents most of these frustrating odor problems before they even have a chance to start.
Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. Have you successfully identified the smell in your home right now? And be honest, when was the exact date you last changed your AC filter? I challenge you to diagnose your system today using what we've just covered, because the cheapest, easiest fix is often just remembering your routine maintenance. Keep your air clean, stay safe out there, and we'll catch you on the next one.